Hi guys. So in this video I'm going to talk about my trip to Peru and my first experience doing ayahuasca. And this was at the Ayahuasca satsangha, which is in up in the Peruvian mountains. And they have one in the jungles, but at the time that we went it was flooded. So we went up to the mountains and it was mind-blowing. The place itself was just heavenly. Like, I didn't expect it to be that heavenly. It was resortish. And the pictures really don't do it justice, and none of its websites really do its justice. It's just a brilliant place to be. And it took me a long time to do this because there's so much from it, and I didn't really want to do it lightly. There was so much. I was just so packed full of information and overwhelming experience that I wanted to sit through a little bit before I said anything or shared it. So this place is like, well, let's just say this place is actually donation based. So they have a preferable donation quota that they will give you, but it's still based on donations. So people can still try to go if they want to. I mean, it's because it's since like 2 years ago when I wanted to go before, it was I think 1,000 to do the retreat, like about 10 days or so. And now it's the normal price is around, or that I looked up, at least this year, was around 2,000. And so this was a much better option for us. Okay, so anyway, so the experience, I just want to say this is before I start sharing, because the experience, I thought, my life would be changed or whatever, but it didn't. My life is the way it is. I mean, and I still run into the same problems. And but what it did was it showed me how to see my life. Like, it showed me the problem areas of my life or things I need to see on a deeper level. And it really was straight to the point. And it was definitely a mind-blowing experience, and in this experience I know that I'll draw from, for my life. I know that this has already enhanced my life, and it will continue to do so. And I know I will draw from this wellspring because it was just packed full of information. But, so I'm going to talk about the first time that I had taken it. I took a whole cup, and I didn't feel anything. I mean, it was a term, I think it's called, is it mercado or something like that? Something to that effect. And it means that when you're not under yet, you don't feel anything, there's no effect. And so the shaman came over, people who raise their hand, and he comes over and he's singing on top of my head, and he's chanting, and he's got his shaman gume. He's got his the shrub that he has with him. I mean, what is that? The leaves and stuff. And so he's singing about for 5 minutes. He was there singing on top of me, and I didn't feel anything until suddenly I was telling myself to open up to this experience and to trust it and to go with it, be open and accepting. And I was trying to interact with him, and then all of a sudden, instantly, like boom, his singing was now inside my head. Like, I could hear it coming from inside my head. and he's no longer outside of me. Like I can't feel him outside of me. He's located now inside my head, and I felt like this is the source of where the sound is coming from. And all these people who were sitting in the circle with me, they were also now sitting inside my head, and I felt like I was there alone. There was no one else there. And that was my introduction, when I first took it. And that was a very notable experience. And it was until the third time that I had this really intense experience. And it was so intense